What's up, you pretty people? I'm going to talk about something I haven't talked about in a long time today, how South Korea and Japan are buying huge amounts of XRP right away. You may have heard of this subject before, but I want to stress how serious it is in today's movie. XRP is based in the United States, so when many people think of it, they think of America. The US has the biggest economy. It stands to reason that most of the buyers would be from the US, right? Well, that's actually not true at all. XRP is mostly bought on platforms by people who are not from the United States of America. They're from South Korea after all. Another big market that is really pushing the innovations in the XRP environment forward in ways that many of you can't even imagine is Japan. So South Korea and Japan are very important to the future of XRP. In fact, they are two of the most important things because that's where acceptance is happening, and it's happening very quickly. Some of you may or may not know that I was recently in Dubai. While I was there, I talked with a lot of different exchanges, including my friends BitEnix and PokSec. While I was in Dubai, I talked to both of them, as well as people from FEMS and other exchanges. They all told me the same thing. Levi, do you know what's really cool? Most of our traffic doesn't come from the United States. The food actually comes from Korea. South Korea of all places. Yes, over there, people trade XRP worth trillions and trillions of dollars. Even more crazy is the fact that it's a very small country. They are also very busy when it comes to buying XRP. So let's not talk too much about the news about Japan and Korea right now. I just want to quickly emphasize one thing. We closed one of our trades in my Crypto Crusaders group literally just now. Personally, I opened and closed this trade and I made my entry and exit totally public for everyone in that group to see. Right now it's a closed group that you can join for free. I'll say more about that later, but for now, this is something we did a few weeks ago. We'll be doing a lot more of this in the future. If you want to be able to take part in the new trades I'm going to be offering, make sure you watch the whole movie until the end. You can click on the link below for Crypto Crusaders and follow the simple 3-step process, or I'll tell you how to join. Having said that, I just want to make sure you understand what I meant for now, okay? South Korea is fully controlled by XRP. Just now, XRP became the most traded cryptocurrency on Upbit, TechSec, and Bytex, as well as many other Korean exchanges. It took up 11.3% of a huge 3.59 billion 24-hour volume. It's crazy that just one country handles this much trade on one set of prices. It's almost never seen, except in rare cases. And it's crazy that an American coin has this much use in Korea. This is something that I think will happen more and more in Korea and Japan, where people are really into cryptocurrencies. There are wallets for them that are linked to their platforms. They are able to do these deals right away. I think it is the smartest thing ever. What they're doing is really cool to me. But as I said before, it's not just Korea, it's also Japan. The Bank of Japan has said that all banks in the country will accept XRP as payment by the end of 2025. Not only is this big, it's also historically important. Japan is setting the standard for the rest of the world, and XRP is the key to its financial success. This is where the crypto change starts. We can see this initiative is being led by SPY Holdings, which is a big financial services company in Japan. In addition, this is going on all through the year 2025. Japan is way ahead of almost every other country when it comes to formal adoption. South Korea is miles ahead of almost every other country when it comes to selling it in stores. When you put these two markets together, you get something really cool that's being made here for XRP. I also believe we should not sleep on this. That being said, I talk too much about what's going on in the United States, which is very powerful and important, but I also think what's going on. Thus, I chose to show you this video clip in which the CEO of Japan's biggest bank said that all banks will use XRP by 2025. I talked about Crypto Crusaders at the beginning of this video, and I'll talk about some other really important trade stuff right now. First though, let's watch this important video. Japan really is a culture that values cash a lot. Unsurprisingly, people think we're pretty advanced, but I'm from Japan, and only 19% of all transactions are paid for with digital money. So increasing the number of digital payments is kind of a national goal, and the government is pushing banks to come up with new ideas so that they can do just that. In Japan, we've put together a group of more than 50 banks to work on building a new payments platform or infrastructure that will use Ripple's distributed ledger technology. This will basically replace the linking system, which is Japan's current payments system. It can also be used for payments made across borders. That's not the case with Zellen, which is a great business. Right on. It's built on top of the rail that's already there. Yes. I mean that she really did say 50 different banks in Japan. All the big names in the business are getting together and adding to the record. Okay. Yes, they do have other relationships like with Zelle, and Ripple is building the rails there too. Thanks for bridging the gap, guys. This makes it possible for schools to really use this tech. Once you really think about it, it's really amazing. and to be honest, I think XRP has a lot more promise than most people think. It makes a lot of sense to me when I think about how big XRP is in Korea, bigger than Bitcoin and Ethereum and what's going on in Japan. In fact, I believe that XRP will be the biggest cryptocurrency in the world in 5 to 10 years. Some of you might think that's crazy now that you see how big Bitcoin is. But you need to understand that the technologies that lead the way, that come up with new ideas, and that build the technologies that people use are the ones that will grow. A lot of people have the wrong idea about Bitcoin too. I agree that Bitcoin is a great way to save money. It's just not the money. That's what crypto is. After thinking about all of that, I think you can see how great XRP systems really are. They're a decentralized cryptocurrency that solves problems, saves money, and makes people's lives easier. I already showed you earlier in the movie how I was making 56% on a trade I made a few weeks ago. As for how, of course I'm giving you this information for free. I want to make sure that the chance for all of you to join Crypto Crusaders is equal. That's the group I trade with. That's where I put all of my personal trades, and 12,000 other people are also in there. You are welcome to join, and I will post all of my openings and exits. I will also give you guys great rewards just for joining, right? For TechSec and Bitninx, the two platforms I work with. If you join both and make a deposit, you'll get a 10% bonus on any deposit over $500. On NetSec, you'll also get 40% lower trading fees, and on Bitninx, you can get up to 25% or more. There are also over $5,500 worth of newbie perks on Bitninx. That's everything that's there. Absolutely crazy. You can get a 10,000 deposit bonus and move crypto from wherever you are to this site right now. Absolutely crazy. You can get a 10,000 deposit bonus and move crypto from wherever you are to this site right now. You get those bonuses whether you use Bytex or SEC, and they go toward your trade fees, which will save you a lot of money in the long run. The first thing you have to do is sign up and deposit at least $100. The third thing you have to do is submit your email address and swap user IDs. That's simple. There are 3 steps. Done with the boom, boom, boom. After that, you can make trades like this one, which I just shared again today. This just got done today. I am giving you guys the alpha, and I will soon be opening up some new deals. In other words, if you act now, you get in right away. You'll be able to see my most recent deals and market thoughts. Then you can make your own decisions based on what your guys know or what your financial advisor tells you. But I'm not a business expert. I'm not giving you tips on investments. I'm just telling you guys my personal opinion and what I've learned from working in the market. That's all I have to say. Having said all that, I want to say how much I value all of you. Thanks for watching the movie today. Click the like and subscribe buttons. Come join the Crypto Crusaders below. I'll see you in Discord and Telegram. Lots of love. Goodbye.